So I got this cute little duck hanging around in my car, but it's actually made of ceramics, I think. And unfortunately one time he hit the window and broke a leg, so I thought it might not be the best material for that, so why not make one out of foam clay? I made a little sketch for that. I should have drawn a bit bigger, but I want to make a cute little cat on a cloud holding a star, and very surprising, a cute cat on a flower holding a little bee. So for that, again, I need something soft to put them on while they're drying. I'm also going to use some little magnets and some string to hang them up in the car. And of course, polymer clay. I'm going to start by making the cats and adding in the magnets. I already got some colors mixed from other projects and I'm gonna reuse as much as possible. If your clay got too dry, you can always mix the same amount of old clay and new clay and it should get really soft again. So after this near-death experience, let's continue. So this will be the head and this one is the body, and I'm going to add a white belly. And I also sometimes like to use different colors for the ears and the feet, so it just gets a little bit more exciting. And I'm using some tools again to add a little bit of detail. So for this project it's important to leave enough space between the ears for the magnet. You don't actually need to use a magnet, you can also attach the cat permanently to the string, but I like to have the option of switching the cats out if I want to use another one. Adding a bit of water and kneading it a lot also helps really well in getting the clay soft again. So let's try to make a little star. I'm not sure how, but it'll work somehow. So unfortunately I think that's the closest I can get to a star and I have no other idea right now, so let's go with this. Now let's make him hold it with his little paws. And now let's add some little details. And if it's too difficult to put on the little pieces like the eyes and the nose, you can always just take a black pen and draw them on when the figure is dried. So now it's time to add the cloud for the head with the magnet in it. So for that I'm going to add a magnet into the middle part of the cloud. I'm just pushing it in there and trying to cover it with the clay. Then we put the cloud together. And we add it to the top of his head. Now we need the other magnet together with the string. For this one I think the violet string is perfect, so we're going to use this one. I'm making a knot so it's easier to put the clay and the string together. Then I'm making one more part for the cloud, a bit bigger one. I'll check which side is the one to use. Like this way it doesn't attach, but this way it wants to attach. So I have to place the magnet in there like that. Otherwise they won't attach later. And again I'm going to push in the magnet. I try to push it to the bottom of the clay. Then I'll add the string in there, and now I can close the clay and try to make the ball a bit more pretty again. Now the cloud should be able to attach, but don't let them touch each other until they're dry. So now we have a little part of the cloud with a magnet in it and the string, but I'm not finished now. I also want to make a big cloud that the cat is sitting on. So the cloud cat is finished. Let's move on to the flower cat. So for this one I want to make a hold a little bee, so now we're going to try to make that. So for this little bee, I'm going to draw on the face when it's dry, because that's too tiny even for me. And now let's make him hold the bee. For this one I'm going to use the white string, because I don't think violet would fit the color scheme. So now I only need to make the big flower and then we're finished. So now both are finished and now we need to wait a few days for them to dry. So let's see how they turned out.